So first and foremost, an SAP S4 implementation is long and complex. It is a joint effort. It's very, very important that it is business led because the end result is going to be business owned, and technology actually enables the effort. So the first thing that I would say is, we spend a lot of time planning. One thing that we practice over at Tyson Foods is to measure twice, cut once. It's really important that we do that in a meaningful way and with knowledge experts around us. And so we really had three things that we implemented when we went through our SAP implementations. And the first thing is we have to have very strong governance. So we identify who the leadership is and the decision makers and make sure everyone is working together as one. Two, we implemented a very strong sense of structure in place, meaning we had very strong project plans, very, very strong cadence of meetings and engagements with the team because communication is extremely important. And then finally, we had a process that was very rich. One thing that we implemented was something known as a RAID log. So taking a look at different areas, risk, actions, going through issues and decisions, but holding team members accountable and sharing exactly where we were at any point in time so we could make decisions and move forward with the highest degree of speed and quality as possible.
Our conversation's really focused on the differentiation and various business capabilities that technology can drive for Tyson Foods. And so the dialogue is really around the precious value of data. Data is more valuable than gold when you start thinking through it. And so we need to be able to make data-driven decisions as we'll talk about later. So the various movement that we've been focused on is really around moving more towards predictive and prescriptive decision-making as opposed to decision-making based on historical background and historical experiences felt by different team members. This is probably very similar to most executive teams at different Fortune 500 companies. Other discussions that we talk about on a regular basis really is around AI, and we've got generative AI, that's also a hot topic. We talk about machine learning and some of the stuff that we're doing that bridges it all back together, which is plant automation and taking things to the frontline team members, such as our smart factory type solutions using a product known as Red Zone. So we've just got a lot going on, a lot of different topics, looking to focus on bringing back the optimum return for our shareholders each and every day. At Tyson Foods, we see it as one. Our executive leadership team has a tremendous heart for the frontline team members and the value that they bring each and every day. We recognize that without our frontline team members, our billion-dollar brands and the amazing products that we produce would not be possible. So the other piece that is really interesting here is a number of our different members within the executive leadership team have previously, earlier in their career, been frontline team members, and so they can definitely relate and understand what those challenges might be. And so that's one area. The other thing that we do a great job on is communication, and so we have regular team talks where everyone across the enterprise gets together, whether it's frontline team members, or whether it's team members that are at our corporate locations or other site locations, all get on a call and all hear one message consistently across the enterprise. And we take questions at that point in time and see if there's anything that we need to go in and address to get it solved in the moment. When you run a 24/7 enterprise, or you run an enterprise that has extensive hours, you want to make sure that you're being thoughtful when it comes to the team members that are actually supporting it. And so follow the sun in our approach is making sure that we've got technology or IT locations in different facilities that would be able to give us complete coverage around the clock as necessary. When an issue actually happens at Tyson Foods, there is no pause button where you can can just hold. And so issues need to get resolved, and they need to get resolved with a high degree of urgency. And sometimes items actually take longer than expected. So a follow the sun type mentality would allow me to go from a location that's either near shore or onshore, such as Torreon, Mexico, or Springdale, Arkansas. And over a period of time, going into later hours, move over to a Bangalore type perspective. And then from there, for even later hours, move into China, and then come all the way back around to Torreon, Mexico, or Springdale, Arkansas, to make sure we close it out. We don't stop working the issue. We don't stop focusing on solving the mission until the mission is complete. So follow the sun actually enables us to do that in a thoughtful way without experiencing team member burnout. One of the things that we realized early on is the fact that having extensive customization in our solutions or going away from a very clean core leads us in a situation that's going to be very expensive for us to maintain, and we won't be able to take advantage of the feature sets that SAP is providing to us at the time that we need to take advantage of it for the sake of our business. And so we've gone through, as an example, SAP upgrades to make sure we're current. And when we do those, instead of those items taking weeks to months, it's taking extended periods of time, and it becomes very costly. So we've taken a very focused approach to make sure we have a clean core, and we're using the various solutions that are at our disposal that SAP has been building on our behalf. There's a lot of big things going on at Tyson, which makes me really excited to work for a company of this caliber. First, I'll say there's a lot of food innovation that's going on. We have a very talented organization that's focused on food innovation. But when we talk about technology, the next exciting thing for us is really around using data to drive data-driven decision making. Further all the way through the enterprise. And one area that we're looking at, we've got some industry leading technology that has been procured on our side. We've got some amazing data scientists within our organization, and we're looking to solve issues in a different way than what we've solved it historically. And so think things like revenue growth management and improved optimization there. Think about improved demand forecasting and production planning, and working with the amazing tool sets that we do have from companies such as SAP, but augmenting it with other technologies to come up with an optimum data set that really drives how we operate at scale and increase our overall efficiency. So you'll see us continue to focus in those areas and making sure we're doing everything in a data-driven approach.
The Sandbox video podcast was brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.